Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Let's talk about spoilers. Yes, the big spoilers.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, rated PG-13, everywhere tomorrow.
But first, let's talk about things I wasn't too sure about. When talking to people who haven't seen it yet, which I was able to do, I told them I have two issues, okay? The biggest issue was how they just referred to Kang first 45 minutes as he, or as him, you know? We're worried about him, he is coming, you know? It's like, everyone knows it's Kang. I'm not exactly sure what that was about. It felt very, you know, like, come on, like, let's just get going. But like I said, I think the intrigue of what's going on with Hope and how she connects to Kang, I think that helps a lot. Because, yeah, Hope, while she was in the quantum realm, she met Kang. She met the variant that is the villain of this movie. And she had a run-in with him. And she's the reason that Kang is stuck, you know? She destroyed the fuse, the thing that keeps his ship going. And so I think that was a really cool way to tie everything in, because everyone knows that she was in there for a while, so of course it's no surprise that she kind of ran into somebody like that. So the next thing that I wasn't 100% sure on is they kind of wrapped the ending of the movie itself. They kind of wrapped it up with a bow. Ant-Man fights Kang, and you know, Kang's trying to... The whole thing is Kang needs Ant-Man to go get the fuse that's going to make his ship go to all the other universes so he can go destroy them, right? That's the thing. And so with that, you know, Ant-Man gets it for him. He takes it. He gets it at some point. And so, you know, right as he's about to go on his way, Ant-Man and everyone, they tear up the plan. You know, obviously it doesn't work for him. Everything seems to be going right. And that's kind of the issue I have. The issue is I don't think this was a movie where everything should have gone right. I'm not sure about that. Because at the end of this movie, they tie everything up with a bow. Because Hope and Ant-Man, it looks like they're about to get stuck in this realm again. But lo and behold, Cassie Lang saves the day. Which, you know what, I actually really like Cassie Lang. She had a really interesting story. And just the story of Ant-Man himself is good, because it's always been a father-daughter thing, right? And that's where it's strongest. So I'll always have a soft spot for that. And it really shines through in this one, because everything's about time, and Scott Lang lost a lot of time. So, yeah. There were also a lot of moments that reminded me of Star Wars. There's a scene where Bill Murray, everyone knows he was in it, betrays Hank and Hope and the Wasp, or that's not. Anyway, the three of them. Yeah, he betrays them, you know, much like Lando did, and then they get captured. And then at the end, the good guys beat the bad guys, and the rebellion is the rebellion was successful. You know, very, very Star Wars. But let's get into the big spoiler. Yes. So at the end, you know, Ant-Man, they send Kang back to somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where. I'm not exactly sure he's dead. Or is he? Because the first credit scene, yes, let's talk about the first credit scene. Kang is sent, we see, I believe it's the villain for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. He's with two other Kang variants, and they're asking him, what do we do now that he's dead? So I guess the variant in this movie of Kang is dead. And they say, well, that doesn't matter, because guess what? I brought them all. And it pans back, and we see thousands of different Kang variants. So yeah, it's gonna get real. It's gonna get very, very real. So yeah, be ready for that. And the second one, I was afraid that it was gonna be stupid, you know, because like Ant-Man and the Wasp, the very end credit scene was, you know, it was just the ant playing the drums, and I was afraid. And, you know, we've gotten a couple stupid credit scenes that didn't do anything for really, so I was afraid of that. But no, this one is a teaser to Loki Season 2, sort of. So we pull back and we see a name. I can't remember the name, but its last name is Timely. And I'm like, okay. And, of course, it's a Kang variant. And I'm like, oh, shoot, you know? And he's, like, talking about time and stuff like that. And then it cuts over to Loki himself and Mobius. And they're together. He's like, is that Kang? He's like, yeah, that's him. That's the variant. And yeah, I can't remember exactly what they said, but regardless, they see him And yeah, so I guess we can kind of speculate what Loki 2 is going to be about. I think it's going to be about hunting all the different Kang variants. And yeah, I have a feeling that's not going to go too well. So yes. So overall, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, I really liked it, you know. Like I said, I just think they kind of fumbled the ending a little bit. They kind of tied everything with a bow, and that's where my biggest issue comes with. I thought it should have been like a tragic ending or a bad ending or an ending that's like, oh shoot, how are they going to get out of this? What are they going to do? You know, an ending that isn't so satisfying, you know. Because like I said, they kind of, at the end of this movie, they kind of wrap everything up in a bow. You know, everything is relatively okay. Or is it? Which is literally a thing Scott asked himself in the end. So yeah, there it is. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Go check it out. Or maybe you already did check it out. Maybe that's why you're watching. So yes, we'll see where Phase 5 is going. And you know what? I'm liking it a lot. So we'll see what's going on. So with that, thank you for watching.